What it is, everybody, it's Master Lee back on Context and Perspective. We are here. We are back. Remember, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Everybody good. Everybody is good, man. Let's get to this work. Hope everybody good. Hope everybody healthy, doing their thing. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about boxing. Right? If y'all been watching me on this channel so far, shout out to everybody who been banging with me, commenting on my videos, people who've been subscribing so far. Keep subscribing, right? I want to talk about a little bit about boxing. If anybody has been watching any of my videos, I've been talking a lot about battle rap, right? And a lot of times when I talk about battle rap, I correlate it with boxing because they're so similar to me, right? And a lot of times I might just correlate it with just sports in general, right? So I want to be able to start building a community on this channel where we could talk about battle rap, sports, music, sneakers, you know what I mean, that kind of thing, right? But I want to talk about this particular boxing match, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. I got to talk about this because this joint has been burning in my soul, right? And I got to get it out. I got to talk about it, right? This particular fight, I was very nervous for Devin Haney, right? I'm going to lay it all out. I was very nervous for Devin Haney because this was his last fight on Top Rank. Contractually, right? This was his last fight. We know that he fought Kambosos twice, and Lomachenko was the last person that he was supposed to fight, and it was supposed to be a 3-fight deal. Right? So I was nervous for Devin Haney going into the fight because I'm like, shit, if this shit go to decision, he could possibly lose because of the narrative that helps Top Rank, right? Let me paint this picture for y'all. If Devin Haney loses to Lomachenko, that keeps the belts on Top Rank. One, that keeps the belts on Top Rank. Lomachenko ain't going nowhere. Right? You got Shakur Stevenson, who's on Top Rank. It's very easy to set up Shakur and Loma so that the belts can transfer to Shakur because most likely you have a lot of people have Shakur beating Loma. You get Devin out the way, he loses, boom, you make Loma pass the torch to Shakur, and now Shakur reigns at 135 until we possibly see him and Tank fight. So that makes the most sense Top Rank wise, right? Shakur having all of the belts. So that's one thing. I'm thinking like, damn, Devin has everything against him, right? Boom. So then we get the push. We get the face off. Right? We get the face off and we get the push. Now, I understand how a lot of people feel like the push was uncalled for. I get that. I get it. But I think Devin is at a point in his career where he feels like I got to sell it as much as possible. I got to say this. It was difficult for Devin to promote this fight with somebody like Loma who doesn't really promote, right? Doesn't really speak a lot of English, right? Even when Devin and Loma talking, you know what I mean, back and forth, Loma acting like, I don't you know what I mean? He doing all of that type shit, right? Devin, you seeing Devin on every podcast, you seeing them talk, you seeing them, you know what I mean, really trying to promote the fight. So I think when he got to that point, he like, shit, I got to do something else to keep, you know, the fire going. Boom. Push him. Was it a little bit much? Yeah. Was it maybe out of Devin's character? Maybe. But I think that he's finally stepping into the role of the villain because a lot of people says that he can't sell because he doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the pop. They call him pillow-fisted and everything like that. So I think that's what was going on in his mind. Also trying to get into Loma's head. Now, let's get to the fight. The walk-in. It was Loma love. Loma love all through the stadium. I could feel it off my TV. I'm like, damn. that push really pissed everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Loma walked out. The whole room was for Loma. Devin came out, booed. All boos. I heard some people like trying to cheer for Devin, but for the most part, boos. Right? Now, the fight start. Now, I'm not going to lie. As the fight is going on live, I'm kind of watching it for my entertainment, and I'm just looking like, okay, who got what rounds? But at the same time, I'm listening to the announcers. I'm listening to, just everything that's going on, right? And I'm like, damn, it looked like Devin is kind of controlling this fight, but Loma is having these spurts. Loma is throwing all of these flurries at the end, and it's crazy because his old trainer Mickey. I watched Blue Blood's interview with Mickey, his old trainer. Go check that out. And he said Loma is good at throwing a lot of different punches towards the end of rounds and kind of stealing the rounds. He might not have done anything throughout the round, right? But then towards the end, he makes it look good. I'm watching Devin throwing all these body blows. Poof, 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 just body blows. Poof, poof, all throughout the fight. Poof, poof. So I'm thinking, like, damn, hitting him in his hips too. My brother always say, shout out to my brother Matt. He always say, in a boxing match with people who move around a lot, when a lot of times you get one dude who just like to hit you in your hips, so it's hard for you to move. Devin was hitting him in his hips, boom, boom, hitting him in the side, like, and I'm like, okay, it's the body, right? I don't know if Devin necessarily abandoned the jab. I don't want to say he abandoned the jab. Maybe Loma made it hard for him to use the jab. Now, towards the end of the fight, Loma comes on. And I ain't gonna lie, I was scared as shit.
Oh, up jab, southpaw jab, and another one. Lomachenko so accurate right here in round number 11.
That's the reason why Loma is having success. Oh, beautiful body shot.
Look at this work from Lomachenko.
I was scared as shit. Between the 10th, 11th, and the 12th, a lot of people have Devin winning the 12th. Between the 10th, 11th, and the 12th, I thought Devin was going to drop. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm like, yo, Devin, please pull through this joint because it got hot, especially in that 11th. It got hot, right? The 12th round comes. Devin closes the show. I felt like that round was kind of close, but a lot of people have Devin winning that round, and the fight is over. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, when I watched it live, when I watched it live with all of the announcers and everybody, Loma. As it was going on, I thought Loma won. When I watched it the first time live, I'm like, damn, if it's this close, and I did feel like it was close, but I'm like, if it's this close, they're going to give it to Loma for the same reasons that I said in the beginning of this video. It makes sense for Loma to take the belts, right? It makes sense for Loma to take the belts, forces Devin to move up to 40. They can pass it on. Loma can pass the belts on to Shakur. If Shakur beats Loma, it's all on Top Rank. It all makes sense. So I'm like, damn, Loma about to win this joint. That's what I'm thinking. Loma is about to win this joint. It ain't no way that this fight is this close and Loma not winning. And then the decision comes and Devin wins. Devin wins. Unanimous decision. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking in my mind like, was Loma really robbed? Or did the judges really get it right? Now, of course, everybody talking about that 116 112 score, right? That was messed up because the 10th round, we all know that Loma got, right? The 10th, 11th, and sometimes, to me, when I watched it back, you can argue that he possibly got the 12th, but that's neither here nor there, right? I'm like, all right, maybe I'm tripping because I'm not like a boxing expert. I just like boxing. Maybe I'm tripping, right? And this is for people who just like boxing like me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting up here acting like I'm this boxing expert. I'm just telling you what I saw and what I've been paying attention to, right? Boom. I watched it back. Watched it back the next day. Watched the whole thing back. Let me tell y'all something. Devin won that fight. The people are gassed up off of Loma finishing well. Loma finished very well. But I have to say, Devin won that fight. And for all of the reasons that I said before, it makes even more sense to me that the judges were unbiased. Like, everybody talking about Devin being young, it make more sense for him to have the titles and all of this other kind of thing, right? He was fighting on Top Rank. Top Rank loves Loma. Get this through y'all head. Top Rank loves Loma. This was Devin's last fight. Contractual wise, was his last fight on Top Rank. It made all the sense in the world for Devin to get cooked, for Devin to get robbed for a fight that was that close, because it was a good fight. But when I watched that joint back, them early rounds, all the way up to probably like the 7th, body work. Loma with his, barrage of punches here and there. And Devin steady. Body work, jab, body work. So the narrative that's being painted, that it's like, oh, they went with the young black fighter and he's 24 and it looks better with him. Come on, man. We talking about Top Rank in Lomachenko, right? We talking about the fact that it would have been a crazy story. I was looking at the narrative. The whole room was going for Loma. And I think that's why everybody is going so crazy. Instead of really sitting there and watching that joint over again and rewatching, Tim Bradley already came out and said something like, listen, man, like, I have to do my job when I'm in there. That's a very close fight. And he's starting to recant some of his statements after he watched it again, which is what I had to do. So I'm going to say this, man. Shout out to Devin Haney, because to me, you had everything against you. You had the crowd against you. And some of that could be to a fault of his own, right? He had the crowd against him. You won your last fight with Top Rank, right? You won that last fight with Top Rank. And I'm hearing rumors like, oh, he supposedly signed the night before. We don't know how true that is. We don't really know how true that is. That's just rumors, right? But you're talking about Top Rank. That's really Loma's home. You got Shakur in the midst, right, trying to hunt you down, right? And you came out of all of that pressure. You came out of it victorious and fairly victorious. So shout out to Devin Haney. Listen, man, y'all can't listen to every influencer in the world, every celebrity in the world, Nelly, Boosie, y'all gotta have your own opinions, man. Just because some celebrities come out and say certain things don't necessarily mean you gotta agree. Go see for yourself, right? It's cool to listen to even the Paulie Malignaggi cat, right? He going hard on Devin, but he don't like Devin. And he's a boxing expert. I would consider him a boxing expert, but he don't like Devin. So he going crazy. Meanwhile, you got certain professionals coming out and saying that they rewatched the fight. People who are highly respected in the boxing game and saying it was a close fight. And I'm saying a lot of people, Sean Porter kept it real. Them early rounds, Devin took it. So with everything against Devin, Devin was able to come out of that joint fairly and win. Shout out to Devin Haney. You did your thing. And on top of that, Loma ain't no Ryan Garcia. Loma ain't no Rolly. I'm just keeping it real. Loma ain't no Oscar Valdez. Loma ain't none of them. He ain't none of them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't none of them. He's the toughest opponent. Devin has the toughest opponent at 135. So for out of Tank, out of Shakur, out of Ryan Garcia, out of all of them, Devin has the toughest opponent on his resume right now. It just is what it is, man. So, let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Remember, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Against all odds, he won. He won fairly. Peace.